So many of you were curious, super curious, uber curious about the meditation work that I did with the preschoolers back in May of this year, 2016. And I was chatting with so many colleagues, so many friends, so many associates who were very, very interested in the results. So basically what I did is I did a little experiment with some junior kindergarten and kindergarten children. And I bought two identical plants put them in two different colored pots, one in a pink pot, one in a purple pot. And what we did is it had always been of interest to me to see whether or not our energy, our positive words have influence over the growth of plants. My theory is that if we acknowledge our own energy and we're putting out there loving, growing energy, we can actually shift and manipulate the energy of those things that are around us. And basically, we're talking some quantum physics here, which I'm very, very interested in. So these kids, they believed completely and totally that the plant that they sent loving, kind thoughts to, so these two plants, we called one Pinky because it was in a pink pot. We called the other one Purpley because it was in a purple pot. They were the same number of stems, both had 11 stems, and one of them was 5.5 inches tall. Pinky was 5.5 inches tall, and Purpley was 6 inches tall. So what I had the children and the teachers do is to send loving thoughts to Pinky. And I went back a month later to see with the kids whether or not there was any difference. So, I go into the classroom and I'm looking at these two plants. I'm going, they kind of still look exactly the same. But sure enough, when we measured Purpley stayed the same at 11 stems and grew a half an inch. So we call him he actually grew to 6.5 inches. When we measured Pinky being the one that they had sent loving, kind thoughts to, she actually grew, we thought she was a girl, she actually grew to include 13 stems. So she went from 11 stems to 13 stems, and she grew from 5.5 inches to 6.5 inches. The kids really believed that the plants were going to have that type of growth. And basically, we left them in the same spot, in the sun, in a classroom between the months of April and May. And when we went back, there literally was a difference. And I know so many people were so excited to hear the results. So there you go. And the idea that, we can not only shift and manipulate plants. So guess what I'm doing with my vegetable garden? I'm going out every day and I'm telling my tomatoes how beautiful they are. Now they haven't ripened yet, but I'm just telling them. And it's funny because I haven't been able to grow, because of the lack of sunlight, tomato plants in my in pots. And this year, with me going out and talking to them, and I've grown them literally from seed, about 5 plants, that they are growing and they've got tomatoes. So I'm very excited. So next time you're hanging around with some plants, just send it some love and see what happens. Thank you. I'm so excited to share this with you.